In this video, you're going to learn how to start a US LLC as a non-resident without having to visit the US. Whether you run an agency, e-commerce store, or as a freelancer, you can form a US LLC within a few days. And it's not that expensive. You just have to do these 7 things and you can start a fully fledged business in the US. Alright, let's start with the first step. Choosing your state of formation. If you have full-time employees or physical offices located anywhere in the US, choose that state to form your LLC, because you are legally required to register there anyway. But if you don't have any permanent establishment, the 2 ideal states for non-residents are Delaware and Wyoming. It's important to take some time to select the state, because your LLC will have to follow the laws of that selected state as long as it's running. And also, states have different taxes and filing requirements. We have already made a detailed video comparing Delaware and Wyoming, but I'll quickly tell you the basic difference between the 2. Delaware has a strong legal system and is preferred by a lot of investors. Wyoming, on the other hand, has slightly lower state taxes and offers more privacy to the LLC owners. For most LLCs, either one of these states is great. Okay, coming to the second point, hiring a registered agent. A registered agent is an individual or a company who is like an official representative of your LLC in the state. They must have a physical office in the state you choose and must be available during business hours. Having a registered agent is mandatory, so there is no way around it. If the government or the court needs to contact your LLC, they get in touch with your registered agent, so they're pretty important. If your friends or family live in your state, they can technically be your registered agent, but it's not really a good idea. Registered agents have to be available the entire week, and their contact details will be made public. You don't want to sacrifice your friend's privacy now, do you? You're much better off if you leave this to companies who do it full time. Okay, so now you have to choose a name for the LLC. Pretty obvious. Choose a name that other companies have not taken. So go to the state government's website and type in the name you want to use. If it's not taken, you can use it. You will also need to add the word LLC to the end of the name. Also, doing this is just registering your company with the state. It is not a trademark, so your brand name is not really protected. Any company outside the state you've chosen can use your brand name. If you're in the early stages of your business, then you might not need trademarks for now. So it should be alright for the time being. Moving on. Once you decide the name for the LLC, you can go ahead with filing your LLC's Articles of Organization. It contains the name you chose, details of the registered agent, details of LLC members, purpose of the LLC, and some other basic stuff. You can file it by uploading it to the state government's website or by mailing them a physical copy. Once it is approved, your LLC is officially accepted by the Secretary of State. Congrats! Yay! Wait, you're not fully done. Though your LLC is now official, it's nice to get some more things done, starting with EIN. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. It is issued by the federal government to uniquely identify every employer in the country. Think of it as the social security number for your LLC. To get an EIN, you can fill up Form SS4 and mail or fax it to the IRS. It may take a few weeks for you to get the EIN issued, depending on how busy IRS agents are. One thing to note here is that non-residents cannot request EIN online. US residents can do it online, but non-residents will have to do it via physical mail or fax. After you get the EIN, you can use it to create a business bank account, which brings us to our next step. There are a few options when it comes to choosing a business bank account. LLCs can open bank accounts with traditional banks like Chase and Wells Fargo, but you'll have to visit their US branch personally to get it done. You can also open accounts with virtual payment platforms like Wise and Payoneer, but you can't really call them a real bank account. Even PayPal, Stripe, and other platforms don't really consider themselves valid bank accounts. So the one valid option for non-residents is online first banking platforms like Mercury and Relay. They give you FDIC insured bank accounts that you can confidently call real bank accounts. These platforms are made for internet-first startups and are very customer-friendly. The last thing to do is get a phone number and a mailing address for your LLC. You need a US number that you can display on your website and share with your customers. When someone calls that number, it will be forwarded to you internationally. Equally important is a mailing address. This is the address where your customers can send you physical mails. This is different from your registered agent's address. You can put this address up on your website and emails. Companies who provide you with these addresses collect the mails you receive, scan them, and email them to you. If your registered agent offers this mailing address service, you can use a single address for everything related to your LLC. But make sure you talk to your registered agent about this. And that's pretty much it. These 7 things are all you need to start an LLC as a non-resident. If you want to save some time and money doing all of this, StartGlobal has an LLC formation package for non-residents, where we do all these for a one-time fee. We have users from over 150 countries, so chances are, wherever you are located, we should be able to help you out. If you have any questions, then ask them below. We read every comment and reply to it all. And after you form your LLC, you may have federal and state taxes to pay, so check out this video to learn more about it.